Guys, welcome to my channel. Today, pag-uusapan naman natin itong 6th generation CR-V. Mas malaki na siya than the previous generation. Meron siyang fresh exterior styling and more refined design and fancier features. By the way, available siya sa tatlong variants. Yung RS top of the line na hybrid na 2.59 million, yung middle variant yung VX na CVT is 2.28 million, and then yung V na turbo CVT is 2.1 million. Ang i-discuss natin yung middle variant, yung VX all-wheel drive, kasi yun lang available sa dealership, no? But I will also discuss yung difference niya dun sa hybrid saka dun sa V model. So, ito yung VX Turbo CVT all-wheel drive. Please note na yung RS na hybrid is front-wheel drive. Yung V na base model is also front-wheel drive. So, itong VX ang all-wheel drive. In terms of exterior, pare-pareho lang ang itsura. May kaunti lang tweaks yung hybrid, saka yung VX, saka yung V. Pareho lang ang design ng front grille nitong VX doon sa hybrid. Pareho silang piano black and color, while honeycomb naman yung design doon sa V variant. You will see here na laminated yung Honda logo at doon sa ilalim niya nandun yung front camera. Ang headlight niya is LED, meron din siyang DRL na LED. Tapos dito sa baba, meron din siyang LED na fog lights. Yung front bumper niya is body colored and sport design, same as the hybrid model. Pero yung V kulay black lang yan. Yung side mirror nitong VX is body colored, pareho din dun sa B. While dun sa hybrid is kulay black yan. And under the side mirror, meron dong camera at saka meron ding ilaw. Power adjustable siya at power folding din. At meron ding naka-integrate na side turn signal. Yung mags nitong VX ay kulay silver. Pareho din nung V na kulay silver na size 18. While yung hybrid is piano black ang color niyan. Yung brakes niya pare-pareho sa lahat ng variant. Front is disc brake, yung sa rear is disc brake. Manonotice nyo din na yung kanyang mudguard dun sa harap at saka dun sa likod is kulay black dito sa VX and V. Doon sa hybrid is body color yan. Na-notice ko rin na yung tires niya is Michelin na 60 series. Okay, check naman natin yung kanyang side profile. Medyo mahaba yung hood which I like. Tapos meron siyang thin fender flare. Tapos meron siyang reflector dun sa may fender area. Meron din siyang black plastic trim dun sa baba ng mga doors. And then dun sa taas naman, meron siyang roof rail, saka yung chrome trimmings around the windows to make it more elegant. Gusto ko yung design ng rear niya. It's simple. It reminds me of Volvo X60. Simple but elegant. Sa baba ng bumper, merong rectangular chrome exhaust tip. Pero fake siya. Makita mo yung tambucho, nakatapat lang dun sa ilalim, no? Pero pag tinignan mo sa malayo, parang naka-integrate siya. Yung kanyang tail light is of course LED with sequential turn signal light. They are full LEDs and the design is that it goes up dun sa rear spoiler. So ganyan ang profile niya sa likod, no? Meron na rin siyang rear spoiler tapos nandun naka-integrate yung third brake light. And then yung kanyang antenna is shark fin type na body colored. Pero dun sa hybrid, piano black yung shark fin antenna. Remember, itong VX ay all-wheel drive saka 7-seater. Yung hybrid, 5-seater lang yon. Yung V, 7-seater din. Okay, check naman natin yung interior features niya. Napansin ko lang, ang interior niya similar to a Honda Civic. Here you can adjust the opening of the aircon vent. You can also adjust it up and down. At nandito rin yung adjustment ng kanyang headlight. You can also adjust the seats automatically. Dito sa driver side is 8-way power adjustable. Dun sa passenger side is 4-way adjustable. Merong mga switches dito sa manibela. You can control the audio, saka yung sa multi-information display. Nasa right side naman yung kanyang control for adaptive cruise control. At saka yung sa voice assist meron din dito. The steering wheel is electronic power assisted. Natitilt siya up and down at nagte-telescope din siya para sa driving position na gusto mo. Yung kanyang instrument cluster is 10.2 inches ang laki and it's fully digital. Yung hybrid, meron din siyang heads-up display. Yung mga switches ng window saka dito sa side mirror is good quality. You can see na maganda yung quality ng mga switches na to. Tapos may mga soft touch material pa. Meron din siyang memory seat settings. Meron siyang dalawang settings ng memory seat. Meron siyang wood type trim dito sa door. Brass metal yan doon sa hybrid. And then honeycomb pattern naman yan doon sa V variant. You have soft touch leather material dito sa upper portion. Dito naman sa lower portion, dito sa may armrest is soft touch material din. And then nandito sa baba yung kanyang bottle holder. Meron siyang tatlong nice looking knobs here for control. At nandito rin yung adjustment ng aircon vent. Yung head unit niya is 9 inches touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Meron ding dalawang USB port dito, isang Type A saka Type C, and then meron ding 12-volt socket. Andito yung wireless charging pad, yung Econ button at saka yung hill descent button. Nandito rin yung automatic parking brake at saka auto hold switch. Yung vibe ng interior is premium. Meron siyang push start button. Itong VX meron siyang 8 speakers katulad ng V variant. Pero yung hybrid naka Bose speakers yon. At meron din siyang ambient lighting sa lahat ng variants. At yung aircon nga pala niya is dual zone and tri-zone. But dun sa hybrid, dual zone lang siya. Yung headliner niya is beige color, wala siyang sunroof. Nandito yung kanyang interior lights. And then meron ditong lalagyan ng sunglass. At yung rear view mirror niya is auto dimming. Dito naman sa passenger side, merong vanity mirror na merong ilaw. At dito naman sa driver side is meron ding vanity mirror at meron ding ilaw. Yung kanyang glove box compartment is dandaang bumababa pag binuksan mo. Hindi naman ganong kalakihan. Average lang yung size niya. Sa ilalim ng center armrest, merong malaking compartment area and you can also move this item in 2 positions. Unique din yung cabin lights nito. You can just push it by your finger to open and close it. So, ganyan yung vibe ng interior. Very similar to a Honda Civic. Wala lang siyang sunroof. Yung hybrid, meron siyang sunroof. Okay, check naman natin yung second row seat area. Same lang dun sa harap, may mga soft touch material dito sa door panel. Leather seat din yung second row seat with a simple design. Maganda yung height niya. So, maganda yung thigh support nito. So, for long drive, hindi ka basta mapapagod. But yung sa middle seat, medyo nakaangat. So, parang ini-encourage niya na mas comfortable pagka yung dalawang nakasakay lang. And then, dito sa third row, nandun yung aircon vents na both sides meron. Okay, check natin yung seats kung na-adjust. So, meron siyang adjustment dito. So, you can move the seats back and forth. So, okay yan. Especially kung if you need more legroom at kung matangkad ka. Meron din siyang dalawang Type-C USB port at meron din siyang aircon vent dito sa second row. Yung center tunnel niya is flat, which is good for middle row passenger. And then, meron din siyang armrest with 2 cup holders. Okay, check naman natin yung third row seat. Ganito ang pag-move ng second row seat para makapasok ka dun sa third row. Sinubukan kong umupo dito sa third row. Very uncomfortable siya. Bababa yung upuan at saka masikip. Advisable lang ito sa mga kids. Pagka adults, medyo challenging. Yan ang hindi maganda dito. Yan o, ang sikip. Hindi makagalaw yung paa ko. Very uncomfortable siya. Okay, check natin itong sa third row area. So, meron din ditong bottle holder. At itong seats niya, 50-50 split, no? Pwede mo siyang i-push para maging kargahan. So, pag hinila mo itong pinakatali niya, magpa-flat siya. Yung second row seat na ipa-flat din. So, pag naka-flat na yung second row seat, malaki na yung cargo area. Then, dito sa left side, meron siyang ilaw at meron din siyang 12-volt socket. Okay, yan ang itsura ng interior niya pag naka-flat yung dalawang upuan dito sa second row at sa third row. And by the way, power tailgate nga pala ito. So, sa lahat ng variants, naka-power tailgate siya. Itong VX variant is all-wheel drive at saka naka-turbo. 190 PS siya at saka 240 Newton meters ang torque niya. So, pareho din yung makina nung sa V variant. Now, ano naman yung pagkakaiba ng hybrid? So, let me explain a little bit. So, ang system niya is full hybrid system. Yung system niya, meron siyang dalawang electric motors. Isang traction motor, saka isang generation motor. Yung dalawang motors na to are mated to a new 4-cylinder, 2-liter direct injection Atkinson cycle engine. Yung gasoline engine niya alone provides 148 PS power and 183 Newton meters of torque, which is lower than the VX na 190 PS and 240 Newton meters of torque. Pero ina-assist naman siya ng electric motors which can put out 184 PS and 335 Newton meters of torque. So paano gumagana yung hybrid system? Ganito yan. Sa start, yung electric motor ang nagda-drive. Tapos pag nag-accelerate ka na, yung engine ang papasok. And then pag strong acceleration, yung electric motor tumutulong. Pagka yung na high-speed cruising ka na, yung makina na ang nagpapatakbo. And then pagka nagde-decelerate ka na, yung electric motor na ang siyang gumagana. So doon siya nakakatipid ng gasolina kasi nagpapalitan yung electric motor saka yung gasoline engine. Yung hybrid, meron siyang tatlong drive modes. Yung EV mode, tumatakbo yung sasakyan using yung battery lang. Samantalang yung hybrid drive mode, nagsisip yung power between electric and engine. And then meron din siyang engine drive mode na pure engine lang ang nagpapatakbo sa kanya. So in summary, itong hybrid system, meron siyang ability to run on individual power modes. Ito yung main benefit ng full hybrid electric system. As a result, it delivers better fuel economy. Okay, let's summarize and I will share with you my thoughts about this car. Ang una kong napansin yung selling price niya, ang mahal niya. About 2.6 million doon sa hybrid and about 2.3 doon sa all-wheel drive. At that price, makakabili na ako ng magandang PPV. Gaya ng Montero, Everest, Fortuner, which is more suited dito sa ating road conditions. But kung ang preference mo is car-like feel and ride, then this is a crossover na pwede mong i-consider. But then, pwede mo ring i-consider yung kalaban niya, yung Toyota RAV4. Yung hybrid ng Toyota RAV4 is about 2.65 million, which is almost the same price as this CR-V. Mas malaki lang ng konti itong CR-V. Almost the same yung features niya. Itong Honda, meron siyang Honda Sensing. Yung Toyota naman, merong Toyota Safety Sense. So, magkakatalo na lang kung ano yung preference mo for design. But ang advantage ni CR-V, meron siyang Honda Connect. Ito yung Honda app that sends you alert. For example, it can remotely start your engine, pwedeng yung emergency call, meron siyang Find My Car features, at meron pang mga remote vehicle controls. Let me know in the comment section kung ano ang mas prefer nyo, itong Honda CR-V o Toyota RAV4. Personally, for me, hindi appealing sa akin yung CR-V. Para siyang mommy's car. Mas prefer ko pa rin yung mga PPVs. Ewan ko sa iba. I'd like to know also yung preference nyo. For 2.6 million, will you buy this Honda CR-V or you will opt for another vehicle? So let me know your comments in the comment section below so we can interact and exchange ideas. Okay, hanggang dito na lang. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again my next vlog. Bye!